Oh, I was about to hit the little banner thing, and I saw it went blue that you hit it. So I was like, "All right,
Who's on
cool."
top of it?
All
Who's on
right,
top
cool.
of it? What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
Welcome to the very last live Monday of the year. We did it. A whole year of Mondays,
Whole
just
year.
as we set out to do.
Yeah,
Feels
this
good.
is true, man. Yeah, it's been a long year doing them when you really look back, because like we were talking about before we went live, how we used to take little pauses and stuff.
Yeah.
So the years, we had guests, we had people, we talked and stuff, but like this last year, when you're really thinking about it, it's like, damn, that happened this year, but that feels like it was like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah. There's some people that it's crazy to think that it was this year that we talked to them.
Yeah.
Some people it does feel like ages since we've talked to them. But yeah, so many people we got to meet and get to know over the year, thanks to Mondays. And that it just feels good, like when you set a goal at the beginning of the year and to get to the end of the year and have met that goal. I feel like doesn't happen as often as we all would like. So it feels awesome, dude. A whole year of Mondays in the
Yeah,
books.
it does, man. And it's about Christmas. Next Monday, we're 7 days out from Christmas.
Yep.
I know the kid, like your
Crazy.
children, probably got the advent calendars counting down. I know
Right.
our little ones have been fucking all wild trying to get my son to get over here. Ain't seen him in a minute, so it's been like, let's go, brother. It's time. It's Christmas time. My wallet, my bank account is hurting. It
Yeah.
is hurting,
Yeah.
but it's worth it, dude.
Absolutely. A week away, that's crazy. It's I found myself working away on things coming up, and I was like going to schedule some stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I think we can wait a few weeks. It's like maybe we wait a couple of weeks, let these holidays pass us by, and then we'll get back to work hard, boots on the ground.
Yeah, the
But
next 2 weeks are really the thick of it.
hmm yeah,
Christmas, New
yeah,
Year's.
we're almost there,
We're almost there.
almost there. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And, for anybody watching who's joined us all year long, thank you.
Yeah,
Anybody who jumped in
appreciate it.
at some point this year who's new to the show because of this year, thanks.
Yeah,
Um,
appreciate it.
it's been good to have you. Been good to hear from you, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot more engagement this year.
mhm.
A lot more people commenting, talking. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's always nice.
it was. It was nice.
It's always nice, guys. It's always nice. No, but yeah, like I was telling you beforehand, we can get into this. I think this is a good topic to get into. What's your least favorite Christmas song?
My least favorite Christmas
Have we
song.
ever gotten to this? Like, just that? What's that Christmas song? I feel like everybody has to have
I don't
that
think so.
one.
I feel like the knee jerk reaction is to say the Mariah Carey one, It's just like,
Mariah Carey's
so
overplayed, but it's not.
it's not
It.
your least favorite.
Oh no, it doesn't
I
get
hear
me
what I
though.
hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
My least favorite Christmas song. I don't know. I really don't think that anyone feels like so strongly that I'm like, turn that fucking shit off. You know what I mean? Like,
It
there's,
might be, and it might be because I have to hear it constantly all day
Mhm.
throughout the workday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I don't know, bro. There's a couple that it's just like if this never got played again,
be too sad.
I'd be cool with that. I'd be all right with that. There's one that I forget. My brain like blocks it, but I know I really hate it. Every time I hear it, I'm like, dude, fuck this stupid song. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a Christmas song that I just loathe like that.
there's one with this lady that's like, I know these aren't the words at all because I don't really know the words to this song, but it's like she'll like kick in hard, being like, you know, something about like, where are you,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Christmas? There's some shit like that. And
yeah. It's from the Grinch.
is that from the Grinch?
Yeah. Where are
I
you,
just,
Christmas? Cindy Lou Who sings it, and then I forget if it's Faith Hill or Celine Dion sings the other
I
version of
don't
it.
like
That
it, dude.
comes
I don't
around.
like it. It's one of those that every
It's
time I
fucking
hear it, I'm
Christmas
like, just
classic.
fucking skip this. Skip this.
That's the one I sing all year round. Like I'll just like that's the one I love belting out. Just being goofy.
And like I said, there's another one. Some dude sings, but I can't think of it for the life of me right now because my brain like literally just blocks it out.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that one.
Merry Christmas. I can't believe you fucking Scrooge.
I like Christmas.
uh,
That's like a goal. I want to get to a spot in life because I thought about that the other day. I was cruising around with the girlfriend, and she put on Christmas music, for the kids and stuff. And I was like, why? In my head, I'm like, why you put on Christmas music, man? I want to listen to this, but then it's like, I want to get to a spot in life where I can enjoy Christmas music because I feel like working in retail, you really can't enjoy
yeah.
Christmas music.
What a beautiful Christmas wish. I just want to enjoy
Just because
Christmas
it's like,
music.
well, they got like some dance club sounding Christmas songs that I'm like, why? Who's
Why not? It's everybody. I almost said everybody celebrates Christmas, but that's not true. All kinds of people celebrate Christmas is what I should say. So everybody's got different music tastes.
I want to know who's keeping that genre alive besides like a DJ at a club.
Well, like
You know what I'm
techno
saying?
Christmas, somebody like me probably. I heard one that was on. It's on some Amazon commercial right now, and I'm just like, "Fuck yes, dude!" Like it's a banger. I really like
Christmas
Christmas
instrumental
instrumental
is
music.
cool. I'm cool with that. Like, I'd much rather them play like when they play like the orchestra or something like that. I'm like, all right, see, I'm cool with this. But it's when you got like some of these songs, like they'll do like Last Christmas, but they'll like it's at a certain BPMs, guys. Like we do it at a
Yeah,
certain BPMs, and it's like they'll speed it up, and they're like, "Last Christmas gave you my heart,"
yeah,
and it's like
yeah,
this is not dance shit. What the fuck is
yeah.
going on here? Like who's bopping this? Like this is my jam. If you're
That's
not
funny.
in the club as the DJ, you know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Just dancing down the aisles in the grocery store. Yeah. Suck in. Well, there's plenty of hate for Christmas music. So here's a better question: what's your favorite Christmas music?
My favorite.
Your favorite? What,
Um,
what's the one that's like, this is Christmas? I feel it now.
I mean, there's a few. I mean, it just really depends, bro.
That's right. Techno for life. I was just listening to a song earlier today called "Let the Children Techno." So
I'm
indeed,
saying
let them.
like, but like when you're just playing like the same fucking no, man,
Yeah, I feel.
no.
I
I
feel.
like like go old with it if you're going. I don't like the newer renditions of like the old timey songs where they try to like make it how it is now, and it's like stop it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. Dan Band probably Rock You Hard This Christmas would probably be my
I
favorite.
I love like the Peanuts, like the Charlie Brown Christmas stuff. That's some good stuff.
Well, and
Simple.
what's their names? Psycho Stick. Um, the guys that they years ago they did that song "Beer" where they're like, "Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good," and stuff. And he's like, "Let's go drink some beer." I believe they did that. That was like their rise to fame, and then they did the Hokey Pokey. They turned themselves around. Uh, they do a rendition of Dragula, I think it is, from Rob Zombie, but it's Santa Claus because I'm Santa Claus.
Interesting.
It is that I like that. If I'm going Christmas, that's where I'm going. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm going on some weird ride of like they're not playing these at the fucking supermarket. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel yeah. I mean, it could be like what you're saying with working retail. You hear the same fucking Christmas songs on repeat all the time. You're bound to be like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to some offbeat. I mean, I feel like that could have something to do with our like affinity for offbeat Christmas movies too. Like It's like we love the Christmas horror stuff, and like action Christmas, like just shit like that. It's because it's just like off the beat. It's not the same movie we've watched 67 times since we were a kid.
I got a very mullet Christmas.
Very mullet Christmas, huh?
Yeah, that's probably one of my faves. A very mullet Christmas. Yeah, I mean, I could. We haven't gotten kicked off of streams enough this year.
Let's do it. Our last one. Let's just
We'll
shut
see.
it
Like,
down.
you got this one. This is the zombie claws song.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, that's not as bad as I like the original songs how they are, but I also want to cover a lot of them. Yeah. I'm not mad about it. I don't hate it.
It's good. And like I said, that one's good. Very, very mullet Christmas.
Okay.
Not bad, dude. It's not bad. And then the classics, Quad City DJs. Hey player, what you gonna get, huh? For Christmas. Santa Baby, and that's all right. See, that's another one. I hear that about 6 times a day from 6 different people.
From 6 different artists, yeah.
Yeah. So and it'd be hard for me to pick a fave, I feel like, on who's sang that, because I feel like a lot of people have fucking sang that song too.
It's a hit. What are you gonna do? It's sketchy.
I know people hate the Paul McCartney one. The wonderful Christmas time. Simply heaven. Wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah, that one does get old after a while. Pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'll give it that, but if it wasn't for Paul McCartney, I wouldn't be here. So
there you go.
Preach. We can't. Yeah, we can't. Hey,
for the people in the back.
If it wasn't for Paul McCartney and the Beatles and the rest of the Beatles, I wouldn't be here, as per Kevin Shepard, my dad, my father. He told me that. So, I mean, you got to like it. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Well, to shift gears off of Christmas, looking forward to New Year's. Since we won't be doing like a show on New Year's and stuff. I feel like I was thinking about this the other day, and I feel like at the beginning of the year, there's a lot of like setting yourself up for like, these are the positive things like I'm gonna do this year and stuff. And obviously, like this, we made it a goal to do episodes of Mondays all year round, and we did. Awesome, but this coming year in 2024, I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most, even though I've had plenty of it the last few years, I feel like I'm approaching it with a different perspective. I'm looking forward to the suffering that this next year brings. I'm looking forward to the challenges that arise and just everything that the year is about to hit me with, because I know it's going to be a lot. But I'm at a place where I'm like anticipating it, and I'm ready for it. Like I'm ready to grow through this next year and the things that it is about to throw my way. It's like I feel like we're at a precipice of like our next level up of sorts. And so like as our good friend John McEwen once told me, as somebody told him, the moment you feel like you want to give up, that's where you got to keep going, because that's where your level up is. And it's just like I've put that into practice ever since I heard him say that to me for the first time, and it's remained true. Yeah, so nervous but so excited, and it's that's kind of how I feel. I feel like for me personally, I feel like I'm at this place in life where, with my seizures and stuff like that, and trying to figure out like, okay, how do I work? Like how do I do something to bring in an income that's not gonna interfere like with my medical issues and shit like that. Like what can I do? And I keep feeling like I keep being pushed back into like this creative sphere. And so this is the first time I'm like, you know what, I'm going all in on this, and just kind of crossing my fingers like, man, I hope this works. It's like it's a terrifying prospect, because it's like we've been putting in the work and we've been seeing the results of that work over these last like 3 years. And so going into year 4 and just everything we have like lined up, like I feel good about the trajectory of things, but just because I feel good about it doesn't mean that's how things are going to go. So it is fucking
Right.
terrifying. There's that terrifying element, and I know that there is going to be a lot of stress and there's going to be a lot of learning through this next part of life, I think. But I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm just kind of
Somebody here. Did
anticipating.
you send somebody to my house?
Is
No.
somebody at your house? I
No,
don't know.
they're across the street. You kept
Oh,
saying that, and I was like, I didn't see. I don't see Belle commenting tonight, so I was like,
I'm sure she's visiting with a family member, so she's busy.
oh,
Yeah.
good, good. That's
You're
always good.
paranoid, buddy. You're paranoid.
You just were saying it like you were planning something, so I didn't know.
Not me. My hands are clean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
See, you say it like that, and that's like, but that's not denying anything.
Now wait just a second. Yeah.
Say my hands are clean, but you're
Now
not
wait a minute.
instilling.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you're not instilling confidence in your boy over here, but it's all good. Like I said, it's all good. I'm expecting a package to get here too. My Christmas packages should all be coming in.
Maybe I'll get some more free Burger King if if we're lucky.
I wish that shit existed where I
If
live.
I'm luckier, it won't be Burger King next time. It'll be something better.
Like a DQ chicken strip basket.
That'd be great. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's definitely going to be quite the year. A lot of changes.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm hyped, man. Like we seem to go a little harder every year.
That we do. But my goal as well is like, figuring out because we do go harder every year, but I think in doing that, it's helped me learn that we need to go a little softer while we're going a little harder. We need to find that balance,
Yeah,
while we're doing this shit sometimes.
I
And I
feel that.
feel like we're getting there for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I vibe with that fully. And just beforehand we were talking on things. I think, well, we got some good shit in the works, so it's gonna be a good year regardless.
Exciting year. Yes. Maybe some things people won't expect. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or more of the shit they do expect.
Or that. Or that.
Or double the shit they already expect.
Expect the expected.
Expect the expected. It is cold as fuck out today.
Yes, it is.
Today's the first like winter feeling day.
Very much so. To the extent I did not want to leave my home today.
I didn't either. It didn't feel bad when I first went to work this morning, and it just progressively felt worse and worse and worse throughout the day. And then it started snowing.
Yeah,
And
snowed
it
off.
was like, what's going on here? What is this? What is this December stuff? 18 days into the month and it's finally snowing and we're all like pissed about it. Like
I
it
will
ain't.
I will say along those kind of lines of the weather. So as we've announced to everybody, Easter Sunday 2 is coming down the line. But because of the weather that we're talking about right now, it's like I almost forgot that we like where we lived when I was planning it the original way. And so we were talking, a little stocking stuffer for everybody today. We were talking about doing a car chase sequence, which sounded, like a challenge, still is, on paper, but like it wasn't until I started considering how fucking stupidly dangerous that would be, like because of the cold weather and where we live. It's like with with the time we're going to be shooting, it's like, we probably could have pulled this off if we wanted to, but you throw in that shit Midwest weather and it was looking choppy. So maybe in the future we'll get
You never
a
know, man. A snowy car chase might have been even cooler if we were both like spinning and
for sure,
sliding.
but that's like we don't have insurance on our sets, so
No,
let's not,
no.
push our
And
luck.
yes, Mercedes. It was very windy over here today. Very windy. My house
Yes.
feels cold still right now because I feel like of how bad the wind is blowing. And it sucks.
Yeah,
It's that time. Those energy bills about to pop off. Say what up?
absolutely.
You kept it
Absolutely.
nice
You
and
hate to see it.
toasty.
You hate to
I hate
see
to
it.
see it, but you got to have it. So I feel it.
What's everybody's hot ticket item this year? What are you looking forward to for Christmas? Was that still a thing for us
What was
old
your
folks?
what
I don't
was
know.
your like what's your favorite like Christmas gift you remember getting?
Oh man, I don't even know, dude. I don't know.
I don't remember like a favorite gift, but I remember a favorite Christmas where like I got like every action figure known to man and I just kept stacking them up and the stack was like taller than I was and I was like this is fucking dope. But like, back then when I was a kid all the, toys I wanted were like $10, $5, so
Right, right.
you could stack up on some. Who's this? Oh no, someone's here. I do got visitors here, Chase.
Somebody's
Who we
here.
got? Who do we got?
Who's
Who
at
we
the
got?
door?
Chase.
Oh,
Look at this, listeners and viewers.
Who is
It's
this?
Belle.
we
Oh
got
my
bring
gosh.
gifts.
It's my girlfriend
Peanut
Bill.
butter fudge?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Fresh.
Ooh, I like that.
My family is watching, and my mother would like for you to do an online review.
Yeah, you have to
And
do a taste
online
test.
right now.
Oh.
I'm doing it right here, right now.
It's
Right now.
live. Chase hasn't even had a piece yet.
Mm.
Chef has been called a self-proclaimed fudge connoisseur, I learned.
It's
So,
really good. It's really good.
Mercedes says hi, Belle.
Mercedes says hello, Belle.
Hello, everyone. I'm usually stuck in the bedroom at my house, so this is
Oh
kind of a
man,
nice
this is
change.
really good. Thank you.
I'm
She's
so
she's
glad.
usually stuck in the bedroom so much
Thank
that
you.
I keep forgetting she's not back there during this show. I keep like trying
is
to
true. We're
keep
usually
my
so
voice down.
He kind of gave it away because he kept being like, you might, if some visitors come by and stuff, and I kept being like, well, I'm not seeing Belle over there or commenting right now, so
yeah. I was cutting
this
your
is a
fudge.
good treat. This is a good treat here.
I'm so glad. I felt like you deserved it. You
This is
needed
great.
you needed a little sweet treat.
Love it. I've been wanting to make some lately, and I haven't. So
Now this will tide you over until you get the energy to do so.
Yeah, no, this will give me the motivation to do so.
There you go.
I can't top it, but I'll try.
But this is Carly. She's the
Yeah,
one who
Carly.
always comments.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Hi, Chase.
Chase is just over there vibing.
Jealous
Yeah,
he's
just
not
taking it
getting
in.
his laundry. But you
So,
got McDonald's at one time, and now Chef's getting fudge, so.
Look at that.
What'd you give me, Chef?
Would I get
who's-
you?
Yeah, who's coming to my door?
I don't know. Well, I got DoorDash on my phone, so
Soon it's gonna be your girlfriend and your son here after a while. So that's a gift enough.
that's a
That's a
gift.
gift. That's a
That's
gift in itself, I suppose.
Oh, 10 out of 10 that fudge. 11 out of 10. I recommend it. Be jealous. But I guess you're getting
Belle's
some
mom, Aunt Barb's recipe.
Aunt Barb's recipe. It's
Love it.
beautiful. I'm probably
Can't
gonna
wait
eat
to
it all
try some
tonight.
myself.
I'm not gonna lie.
I said that. I said these are kind of some thick pieces. I hope he doesn't like go into a diabetic coma.
I'm gonna eat them all tonight. So
Rest in peace to Shep.
Yeah, right.
if I go, hey, I went really happy.
It was
So,
the fudge.
It's okay. We're going into hiatus. He can afford like a coma for a month or so.
it's true. This is true. He said we're going into the hiatus here, so I can afford it.
There you
Afford the
go.
coma. It's true.
We're all glad Chef likes the fudge. The people at home have spoken.
It's the best, and some of the best I've had. So
That's saying a lot. I feel like
It's,
you said you were a connoisseur.
I
Like
love
you've
it.
had a lot of them.
I do love peanut butter fudge. It's beautiful. It's great. It's the best fudge there is. So I have had my fair share. And like I said, I will definitely probably eat most of that bag. It's hard to not keep eating it
He
right
might.
now.
I feel
We
like
still
you
got
did
plenty of show left, so he might
it
eat the whole bag
with the
before we're
episode
done.
now, so it's okay.
It's true. It's a part. And then it now became part of the stream. It's part of the episode now. Chef's eating fudge.
There you go.
There you go.
Now we have to supply
We'll let
with
you get
fudge.
back to your regular scheduled
All right, well,
programming.
thank you. Tell your
Absolutely.
moms. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to meet
Yeah,
you.
good
Y'all
to
have
meet
fun. Be safe out there.
See you next time, Sheppy.
See you guys. Thanks for the visit.
You're welcome.
Visitors.
What a twist. I had no idea. That's crazy.
That's first time. That's first time getting visitors live for me.
Wow. Wow. In all fairness, that wasn't my idea.
Maybe
I was
next.
told this was gonna happen
I'm
as she was on her way out the door.
I'm eating another piece. It's good. It's really good.
wish I could be joining you.
She said I'm trying it before you got to, so I would assume you got
There's
something
some on the way. Gosh, I hope so.
Hmm.
With that review, 11 out of 10.
This is really good, buddy. I said it's kind of hard looking up at the time, like, oh, cool, we're at 26 minutes. Great.
Like I said, you might end up eating the whole bag by the time the show's over.
That'd be funny. I could do it. Anybody wants to challenge me right now, go for it. I'll do it.
Anybody dare him? Anybody double dog dare him?
Eat all
Guess I'll
this
do it.
right now. I'll be like, let me undo my pants right quick. Got all these fucking rubber bands all over me from my curtains. I fidget with them. That's what I need to get. It's like a fidget box while I sit here and fidget off screen.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm currently fidgeting with the bottom of my shirt. Personally, it's always something.
We all do it. We all do it. There you go. The whole year, most of the time, I've been down here with like a rubber band, just like hitting it. Like, if I'm moving around looking weird, I'm probably twisting it up, doing something.
Yeah. I do the leg bounce for me always. It's
Behind the
classic.
scenes. Behind the scenes. Right here, these squares. I know you see serene calmness, but I do always like it though when people come into our spots and they're like wowed, like, oh, I see this background all the time.
I forget who it was. Somebody just came over the other day.
Aaron
was like, oh,
when she came over, she was like, I've seen your living room so many times.
Yeah, it's like, yes. I'm very acquainted with this backdrop. Thank you. It's gonna change here soon in a few months. So
yeah, once that kid of yours starts walking around, gonna have to figure something out with the movies because he's if I know anything about kids, they're
really climb it like fucking King Kong, I'm sure.
Well, that too. I didn't think of that. I just thought about pulling movies out. My son did that
for sure.
all the time. All the time. Bless
sure.
him.
He's getting a little more mobile, That's something I feel like I haven't talked about in a little while, is his old baby boy. I mean, shit, he just turned 6 months. He's almost 7 months now, and it's like, it is crazy, man. They tell you that the time goes by fast, and it sure does. And I don't know. I'm still definitely in that phase of like, just like, I love the feeling of just being like enamored with like the littlest shit that he does. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, that was the coolest, dog. Like, even today, I was holding him. We went over to my wall of mostly Gella's artwork, and I was just holding him, and I'm just like looking at him while he's like looking at the wall of art, and his little eyes are just like taking it all in. And I'm just like, dude, it's so cool to like watch you watch life, and watch him grow and shit. It's dope.
My favorite spot was when Carson started like eating real food, so you could have him try stuff, and some of the things, the first time you have him bite into a lemon or something like that, just see their old fucking squished face and like, what the hell is that, man?
Belle let him. We had pizza earlier, and she like held out the crust, a little sauce on it, let him like lick the sauce off, and his face is just like he just took a shot of whiskey. He was just like, woo. Like it hit a little hard, I guess.
That's wild though when you think about it, like it's just kind of crazy, like to taste like a sauce or something for the very first time.
Yeah.
Like I wish there was like a Men in Black thing that could just make me forget like chicken fingers. I can be like, what is this? And eat one and be like,
see, the goal is to find the next best chicken finger, because then when you bite into it, you'll forget everything that came before. You'll be like,
maybe that's what we can pop off with this year.
We'll do our chicken finger.
Yeah, instead of doing Mondays, we'll do our chicken finger roadshow.
Fuck it, I'm down.
Reviewing different chicken fingers. Like, all right, today we got Rallies. They got those seasoned fries, like salted chicken fingers.
Rallies, what the fuck? It's just now like sinking in with me how fucking random that is.
At Rallies, I'm telling you, bro, connoisseurs over here. We know.
It's true.
We know we're chicken. I feel like it's going to be off the beaten path too. I feel like it's going to be like
telling you, if we did it, I would immediately start like here in town, be like, yo, local restaurants with chicken tenders. Where you at? Where you at?
I've been to what's that place? The Shack place or whatever.
Shack place. Oh, the Shack and Rail. Watson's Shack and Rail. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I've been there. They're all right. They're not bad.
They had some good stuff.
Got some good chicken, but
Yeah.
is it the best?
Who knows?
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Will a mom and pop shop come out on top, or will Texas Roadhouse reign supreme? I don't know. They're
I don't
they're
know if I've ever
unchallenged
had.
because
I
there's
know.
no El Charlie's in town anymore. So,
I don't know if I've ever had Texas Roadhouse chicken
oh
fingers.
man, you're missing out. But that's
But I will tell you.
don't start there. 'Cause we should work our way to Texas Roadhouse.
But I will tell you something that I think it's from a place that I wouldn't peg as like a fancy great restaurant,
Right.
but I think that this chicken has held up for years now, decades I may say, and that's at TGI Fridays.
Okay.
Their little Jack Daniels sauce.
Oh yeah, their sauce. Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit has been good for years now, and still really good.
Sure. Don't have one of those in town either. Like I feel like all my favorites shut down at once. Like feel like I stopped having dinner with my family as much when they closed down all the restaurants we went to during the pandemic. It's like none of them reopened. We lost O'Charlie's, we lost Old Chicago, we lost TGI Fridays. Like those were our spots. And they all
You know what? I should have gave her that Wu-Tang book. I have it right here.
son of a gun. Son of a gun. How will I
I
enlighten
just-
myself now?
It just now popped into my head. Like it just was like I had this right here.
Right.
Here, like a
It
little,
happens.
take it
It
to him.
happens. You
I'll
can
remember
DoorDash
it.
it to me.
I mean, I'll remember it one of these days when I'm at work, and I can be like, "Hey, why don't you come by, get this book?"
It's not like I'm not at the store just about every day. So
Yeah. It's like, hey, just wait a little bit until I'm out of the back. Christmas, though, dude. I love Christmas.
Belle had asked me something the other day about like, ask Shep if he's like home around this time, like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, he's not going to be. She's like, well, why don't you ask him? I'm like, because I don't need to ask him. I know what his schedule is. Like, he's a creature of habit, you know. Like, I know where he is. I know what he's doing. He ain't home. Drop it.
This
You
is
know?
true. This is true. You probably will. You probably one of you and Tyler,
Yeah.
probably two people that could just look at the clock and be like, oh.
Right.
I bet his little PlayStation thing will say YouTube TV right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool though. I like that. I mean, I like that's the older I gotten, the more I like that. I never used to like that when I was younger, but now I do like you know, if I got something set in my head, like, okay, tomorrow night I'm gonna do this and do this. If it doesn't go all according to plan, I'm like, holy fuck, no. You know.
Right.
But and it's usually just for like things on my own, but you know. Yeah. I don't know. We were saying you did bring up, and I don't think we didn't give no answers on what's the hot ticket Christmas item for
It's
people.
the hot
this year.
ticket Christmas item.
I don't know, man. There's like, you know, again, the older you get, it's like I don't really need anything for Christmas.
Because that was my follow-up question, or is that still a thing? Because I feel like you do kind of hit a certain age, or it's just like, man, it's kind of how I felt this year. It's just like, feel like I have a family. I'm fortunate enough to have a family that's helped me out, a good amount, over the last few years, and it's just like, keep it. I don't want anything for Christmas. It feels like too much at this point,
Yeah,
But
I mean,
my hot ticket item would have been a PlayStation 5 if I didn't feel that way. I'm just saying. I know that ain't going to be under the tree for this guy, but
PlayStation 5 would be nice. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know,
it's
man.
a fucking hot ticket item. If I'm like, oh, the one I'm like looking at through the window all Christmas long, it's probably the PS5.
Oh, yeah. I look at them every time I go in there, and just make sure they still have one. Not that I'm gonna buy one, but that they have one there just in case I wanted to buy one or could buy one. But I see, I don't know, man. Like for me, I just had it in my head. What I was gonna say. When I looked up on Amazon, at least for like, youth boys, because I was buying for the girlfriend's kids, they everything like trending this year seemed to be like little build 12-in-1 robots with like a solar panel on it to recharge it and like a remote control to like make them do shit. So I was like, these must be what everyone's buying this year.
Is this what the kids are into these days?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure. I'm sure.
It looks like something that I was like 12, 13. I would have been like, all right, I'll see what that's about.
Play Guitar Hero? Fuck yeah, dude. I would.
I had gotten Guitar
I have also
Hero.
personally thought about getting like an older system just to play Guitar Hero again.
You can get on your. I got it on my cell phone.
Fuck that. I want the.
You can still press the little button.
Click.
Oh man, that used to drive me crazy though. Let me tell you, in the height of that phase was probably like when I first started drinking, and everybody I know was becoming like 21 and shit. And to be at like a party and having everybody play that shit, and that's like, especially once like Rock Band and stuff came out and the drums were involved and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's all you hear is just the artificial click, 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 and it's like, dude, what the fuck? But like, I did always have this funny idea. Maybe this can be an Easter egg. Maybe this will be a funny enough idea that we could throw it into something. But I always had this funny idea of like a party scene, a bunch of party people, things going on, and somebody's like playing Guitar Hero in the corner, and they're playing on like expert level and just like nailing everything, and like looking around, like looking at people like, look, and nobody's like paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And then like at a big solo part, have it be like, and it'd have to be an old one. Like I'm talking Xbox original or PlayStation 2 to where you had the chord, but be like all spots of the party, like people out back smoking pot. And it's like he kicks the door open and it's like have someone off camera holding the cord. So it's like straight and long, but he comes out there and he's like, click, 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 click.
Just fucking kidding it.
Yeah. And it keeps like flashing back to the TV and he's like hitting all of them perfect. Every note perfect, like not even looking, just all over this place. Yeah. Just going crazy. I was always like, dude, that'd be really funny in like a middle.
I love Guitar Hero, man. I especially like around like the Guitar Hero like 2, 3, like I'd start being like I'd play it behind my back and shit, all that fun shit. I was one of the few people that really, really dug Guitar Hero Live. I know I've said that on the show before, but Guitar Hero Live was my favorite Guitar Hero. Like when that first came out, I remember being in a GameStop and like they had the new controller or whatever. It's like the 3 buttons on top, 3 buttons underneath that instead of the colored ones. And like a lot of people just did not dig that new setup. But once I bought the game and like got used to it, like, oh man, like I loved it. Like I loved it. And Guitar Hero Live had the best feature where it was like you could play the story mode and it's like the same like 30 some songs or whatever, like any Guitar Hero game. But then Guitar Hero Live had Guitar Hero TV, which was just like a 24/7 like music video channels that you could jump into and like play Guitar Hero to these music videos. Or if you had like the credits, you'd win the credits and then you could play songs like a jukebox. Basically, you could just kind of choose whatever. And like their library was so massive, dude, like because of the music video deal. So the last time I finally I got a PS4 again after not having one for a while. First thing I did, because I kept my Guitar Hero Live, even when I got rid of my PS4, I'm like, no, I'm keeping this motherfucker. Finally got the PS4, went to play it, and they no longer do the Guitar Hero TV thing because of like licensing and stuff for all the music. They just did away with it. So I'm like, fuck, dude. Like that was like one of the best things that I loved. It was like just when I got a sound bar for the first time, I was playing this game.
That
I'd
does
stand
suck.
from my big ass TV and just get like stoned and just like go to town
And I
playing
feel like
Totoro for hours.
Rock Band really changed the game up when they came out, having the 5 buttons and the 5 buttons for like the solo that you
Oh
could
yeah,
just.
yeah, for the shit at the bottom. Mhm.
But it was still really, they were fun. I
Yeah.
don't know. I always got stuck on the drums too. Did you ever play that Tony Hawk game that came with like the
Skate.
actual skateboard?
I don't think so. I think I wanted to though, because that was
It
like
was
when the Wii was hot.
it was
And,
so terrible. It was like boring because like I just remember, like one of my homies at the time bought it like right when it came out.
I had Beatles
And
Rock Band myself.
and he got it going, and he did like an actual kick flip, like because he skated, so he kicked the thing up and did a kick flip. And
Mhm.
like on the screen, it just went like all over the place. And he's like, what? What's going on here? And then it was really like you just like lifted the board up to get your character to do an ollie. And it was like, you don't even ollie the little board actually? Like, this is kind of whack.
Yeah.
Not as good as you would have thought. That's probably what my favorite Christmas gift is, looking back on it,
The
was the
the
Christmas
shitty
that
Tony Hawk game.
no, the Christmas that I got the green N64 with Donkey Kong.
Okay. It's funny you say that. My first thought was the Christmas that I got a GameCube.
Hmm.
Because I distinctly remember, like, my dad is not the video game type, but that Christmas when I got the GameCube, they also got me. For those that remember this, there was an adapter you could get for your GameCube to play Game Boy games on your GameCube.
Oh,
So
no.
I had the adapter, and so they bought me like some Game Boy games too to like play. But some of them were like old arcade games, like one was like a Frogger game and shit. And I just remember that Christmas, I didn't get to touch that GameCube for hours because my dad just starts going in on Frogger. And like to the point where he about had the damn game beat by the end of Christmas. Like, and that's when I learned like when it comes to arcade games, my dad will get down. He'll get down.
I like I like that N64 because I feel like that was the first one, like game system that I got to keep in like my bedroom, so I could like go upstairs and just game out after school and shit. And I had like all the games, like Turok, the Dinosaur
Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah, yeah.
I had all the good ones, man. I really like that.
That sounds old school.
They are.
I know, dude. The GameCube's got expensive.
And it's the
Yeah.
pandemic. It was that dumb fucking pandemic, man. Because like right before that, I was eyeballing an N64 as well, and they had one at Disc Replay for like 35 bones, and I'm like, that's not bad. And I never got it. And now I think like the cheapest I saw, like the original one's like 65, 69, 70 something maybe.
Yeah.
And it's just sad.
It's insane.
But they are still good, man. Them wrestling games still hold up to these days, I think.
Yeah, I did. I got a GameCube again, like at one point. This would have been years ago now, but I got it and I started to play it. And what I found, and I don't know if other people have found this to be true or not, but like I grew up playing the GameCube. That was my console growing up and shit. Going back to it, or any old game or whatever, it's like, how the fuck does this game work? It seems like it's so advanced compared to today's games because of how smooth everything is, like in gameplay, that it shut off the part of my brain that remembered how to play these choppy ass games. Like, it's like at one point in time I was a master at this. Like I knew exactly how it all like worked, like
I know exactly what you're
mechanically, and now like because of like the way like I'm trying to like move the camera and my person at the same time, it's like, dog, what are you doing? It's just like,
I've had that problem. I've had
yeah.
that problem. It's funny. It really is. But some of them, like I said, I never played the GameCube really. I had a Sega Dreamcast when I was younger. That was cool. I really liked those because they had the little memory thing you slid into the controller and it would like show shit up on it. If you were playing football, a little football would come up on it and stuff. And at the time, man, that was like groundbreaking.
Pretty neat, yeah.
It's like, whoa.
I had the Genesis myself, the Sega Genesis.
I had the Genesis, and that's why when it, they came out and they're like, Sega Dreamcast, and it has discs and this and that. I was like, I want a Dreamcast. I wanted.
So my big games were they recently re-released like the old Disney games like on PlayStation and stuff, like the Lion King and Aladdin and stuff. I had those on Genesis. Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man was another great one that I played all the time.
Preach.
But yeah. I never like got
Road
into like by the time I got a PS3, it wasn't too far behind the PS4 coming out. I like bought it myself. Like that was my first PlayStation ever, and I would have been in like junior high. Bought it with my own money and shit, and I've been a PlayStation loyalist ever since. I'm just like, I am a PlayStation guy, and haven't looked back. Like I've played Nintendo stuff, obviously. Like that's always kind of what we had growing up. Like because after the GameCube, we had the Wii. Me and my two younger sisters played that a lot. I was a fool for Just Dance, I love me some Just Dance. And before that, kids, Dance Revolution was the shit. So any game like that, Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero, like I was there for it.
We had this weird game.
PS4 idea of a game that was Rap Star. Like I don't know how many people played Rap Star. We got super into it there for a little while. Looking back on that now in 2023, I'm like, what a shitty fucking idea that game was. What a bad idea that game was.
I grew up on Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
But we had this weird game because, for a while there, Xbox was trying to press their Kinect. And we had this weird ass game my brother did where it would like try to like scan you and put you into scenes of the movie. And it was wild.
Yeah. Yeah, never dabbled in the Xbox really. Maybe a little bit, like friends' Xboxes and stuff.
My son was an Xbox guy, so that's why we have them all. But growing up, like I said, for me we had our original Nintendo, when I was like young, and then we got the Genesis, and that was like game changer, all the way up until probably the PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Probably the PlayStation and the like I said, Dreamcast came out, and then once that Sony PlayStation hit, that was it.
I've said this forever, and I still feel like this is the truth. I feel like especially in a town like ours, in a campus town, I like to think that an arcade would do pretty well. Because like I went to one in Tennessee that was like you just paid to play, but basically where you go in and it was like $10 or $12, like, and they give you a wristband and you can come and go for the day. The wristband's good for the day, and all of the machines like are just good to go. Like you just go and play. Like you don't have to fuck with quarters or nothing. It's just $10, and then of course you can get like snacks and shit. But I thought that was so dope, and I'm like, there needs to be more of these like nowadays. Like that was the last place I think I played Guitar Hero was in that arcade.
Oh, I think they just fucked up and made it like they mixed alcohol with that idea.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was gonna say they did. There was that surge of like barcades there for a little bit, but I think just like a good old fashioned like arcade, like I think even something like that in like a smaller town, like the one you live in, like and that little downtown strip, like I grew up in a small town like that too, where it's just like if we had an arcade like that for like, hey, like $5-10, like come up here, you can spend the day up here, like, hey, where your kids are at, you know what I mean, like they're not off fucking around getting in trouble, like they're up at the arcade.
They used to have
shit at the arcade.
They used to have little spots to eat in town that were like that when I was growing up, that were little, it wasn't like a free arcade, you had to pay like quarters and stuff. But like if you were a teenager and you just went and like hung out in there, they wouldn't shoo you off. They wouldn't tell you had to fucking leave or nothing. It was like a spot for teenagers to go hang out. And that is like cool shit, like they probably need more of that these days, but I feel like everybody would just be obsessed with Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I think there's that thing there for like people who like want to like live that nostalgia, you know, like that's why you see, you know, these things like the GameCube making this comeback, vinyl making this comeback, you know, physical media, even though it never left, is making a comeback. You know, it's all on the rise price wise because they see that people are like, oh, I kind of want that experience, you know. And there is something about going to the arcade, you know, like I for sure was way too high when I went to that arcade because all I could think of was Wreck-It Ralph the whole time. I'm just like staring at the fucking power cords, like I bet they're zipping around through there. But it was a good time. I'm saying I think it'd be great to like be able to open up like arcade like theater type places in like smaller towns, like specifically like geared to like for kids to go to, you know, like for a like, hey, here's something entertaining for you to do that, you know, keeps you out of trouble. It gives you
Well,
a
like
place to go hang out. You know? Like,
when I shot you that picture like a week ago of that family video, like,
mhm.
like how dope would that be to be able to buy like a family video, and instead of doing like a family video, just doing it more like a disc replay inside there to where it's set up
Mhm.
like it was in family video. You can walk, like you were saying, walk down those pathways and
Right,
shit like
right.
that, but you're not renting, you're just buying for cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But
Which
it's
is
like,
like why I like going places like Disc Replay. I feel like they keep that kind of spirit alive of like being able to walk the aisles and pick out shit, you know.
yeah. Oh, Mama Bear's texting me right now. She must not be watching us. Love you, Mama Bear. I'll text you here in like 10 minutes.
It's okay.
But yeah, no, I forget what we were talking about now.
Moms.
Mom. Mom's Christmas.
Walking the aisles of the
Oh
video
yeah,
stores.
yeah.
Disc
No,
Replay,
that would
like,
be legit. That'd be like, to me, that'd be a cool idea to do with a building that's otherwise just sitting there at this moment. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, or even like you're saying, make it a family video, but rip out the inside and just put all sorts of video games inside.
Mhm.
It's like it used to
Yeah.
be your nightly, your Friday night hangout spot. Now it can just be your everyday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean I think it's a great idea. I think, you know, it's something that people should think about because I mean I having been a kid that grew up in a small town where like we had nothing. Like we did have a video store for a little bit and that was great. You know, it was a little mom and pop video store and like that's all we had. That's what, you know, like Phil and I grew up on that place. That's what created us into these like I was already a little film nerd and I think he was an aspiring one as well and all bets were off when he and I met in November of 2007 and then started going to this video store like for the rest of our lives like until they shut down. Like we'd go up there like with quarters, we'd find change and just like go rent movies and shit. It was dope. It was like all we had to do. That and like a little restaurant in town. And now those things aren't even there, like for the kids that are there. And so it's like you got to drive at least like 30 minutes in either direction to go somewhere to do something. It's like put something cool there. Like I know like with studios and shit, running a movie theater, like what's going to get you is like the licensing to show these movies most of the time, you know? But it's like, man, you're telling me you can't work something out to have like some sort of dollar theater sort of thing going on where it's like it's geared like you know don't show fucking kids movies all the time necessarily, but like it's geared for the betterment of community. You know what I mean? Like it's for the kids. You got a place to come, you know, for entertainment. For me, movies expose me to the world, you know, to different cultures, to different mindsets, to different lifestyles. Like that was my window into the world living in such a small town that wasn't diverse and you know it was so set in their way. Like I think that kind of thing helps, you know,
I
and
vibe
it's
with that,
good
brother.
for adults and kids, you know. But plus
I
like
agree.
that's another thing, like you know you want to take your kids to go do something and instead of having to drive, you know, fuck off to the next town over or whatever. Hey, let's walk uptown and go see a movie or something tonight, you know, go down to the other local spot, get some ice cream, go to that quaint little candy shop we went to when we went to the Woodsman premiere, you know, shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I agree, bro. I agree. I wish our world was more set up for people to do things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where it's this is the business loan you're going for with, like for betterment of the community, that you should be allowed, more, I guess is
Yeah.
a good, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. One time for the mind. Last time for the mind this year. We'll have a little something for you next week for Christmas Day. I know everybody's going to be busy with their Christmas stuff. What do you have? Do like our town
That's
for this
great.
reason. They're trying to have more shit for people to do and do from. Yeah. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. More of that. I love it. One time for the mind. More of that. But yeah, we'll have a Mondays on the Move for you next week. Who knows what that'll consist of? But just something a little chill, a little kickback on Christmas. Same time as usual, but we know you're going to be busy doing your thing, and we hope you have a great Christmas.
A very Merry Christmas.
But other than that, after tonight, thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to take a little break from the Mondays. Maybe we'll be back.
Maybe. My one time for the mind is just to enjoy the holidays, be safe. If you're going out on New Year's Eve, especially be safe out there. And just set yourself up some personal goals and get to them. That's all we really have to look forward to these days is our own, setting our own goals and achieving them and making ourselves happy. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah, and I'll say congratulations to everybody that we've met this year, all the people that we know that met their goals this year, that did all the shit that they did, everybody that went out and made movies, got roles and stuff, made music, all that stuff, good on you.
Keep creating.
We've all grown. Keep creating, and I'm looking forward to what we all accomplish in 2024 as well. So, and a happy new year to all of you.
And a happy
Merry
New
Christmas.
Year. Smooches and deuces.
Peace. Do we have a song to close us out tonight? Or shall I just play
I can go
this?
grab one. We're gonna go with Christmas Noise with Chase and Shep. And we might have played this
Perfect.
last week, but I don't know. But that's what we're hitting. So smooches and deuces,
Perfect.
everybody.
Peace.
217. Yeah, my dude, we making noise. Holla at Chase and Shep. Another Monday with the boys. 217. Yeah, my dude, we making noise. Holla at Chase and Shep. Another Monday with the boys.